Cory Hardrict was the first to set the tone. After the split, he swore he wasn't ready to date. He admitted the very thought of holding someone's hand, walking down the street with a new partner, or starting fresh felt frightening. For over a year, he said he cried himself to sleep, devastated by the loss of the family unit he had known for 2 decades. He kept the focus on his kids, his healing, and his career. Fans respected that silence, especially because Tia was very public about her own journey, posting TikToks, reels, and interviews about her so-called self-love era. But recently, Cory's actions are being scrutinized. Despite his insistence that dating wasn't on his radar, rumors have exploded that he's stepping out with a new mystery woman. No photos, nothing confirmed, but whispers are getting louder. And for fans who remember his heartfelt interviews about not being ready, this sudden soft launch feels suspicious. Did he really take the time to heal, or was he quietly preparing for a new chapter all along? At the same time, Tia has been navigating the aftermath in the spotlight, openly admitting that for the first time in her life, she feels truly alone. She wasn't just talking about Cory when she said that. She revealed something shocking. Her relationship with her twin Tamera isn't what it used to be. For fans who grew up seeing the Mowry sisters as inseparable, that confession hit hard. Twins who once shared everything, built-in best friends, suddenly weren't even close enough for a phone call during Tia's darkest moments. And now, Tamera seems to be adding her own subtle commentary. She hasn't named her sister directly, but her recent interviews about boundaries, growth, and never circling back to old situations landed right as Tia and Cory's headlines flared up again. Fans can't help but connect the dots. Was she sending a message to Tia? Was this her way of clowning her sister for even entertaining the thought of reconciling with Cory? Whether intentional or not, the timing made the shade impossible to ignore. It all paints a messy contrast. Tia is out here telling the world how lonely divorce feels, even confessing she sometimes wishes she and Tamera were close enough to lean on each other. Cory is rumored to be quietly moving forward, his career climbing, his style upgraded, and his energy completely detached from the past. And Tamera? She's on the sidelines, sounding like she's done with the drama, possibly reminding Tia not to lose herself in nostalgia. The history makes it even messier. Tia and Cory's love story began in 2005, when she was already a star and he was still grinding to find his break. They started as friends. Tia even gave him rides home from set before falling in love. By Christmas 2006, he proposed. 2 years later, they were married. 4 years, they looked like the perfect blueprint. Red carpet smiles, 2 kids, matching holiday photos, the kind of couple people pointed to as proof that Hollywood marriages could last. But behind those smiles, Tia confessed she was losing herself. She poured into her kids, into her husband, into her career, and forgot about herself. That's why in 2022 she filed for divorce, not as a failure, but as a declaration that she was choosing her own happiness. Now, less than 2 years later, the story feels flipped. Cory has re-emerged stronger, more focused, and maybe even happier. He's bagged major roles, including a lucrative Tyler Perry project. He's reshaping his identity, not as Tia Mowry's husband, but as Cory Hardrict, actor, father, and man rebuilding his life. His silence, his privacy, and his refusal to sling mud have only made him look more mature. On the other side, Tia's vulnerability about loneliness, the harsh realities of dating in your 40s, and the distance from her twin sister has made fans question whether she underestimated what she had. And that's where the mess deepens. Divorce can feel liberating, but it can also hit like a tidal wave of isolation. Tia has been honest about that. For someone who spent her entire life with built-in companionship, a twin sister since birth, followed immediately by a 22-year relationship, suddenly being alone must feel terrifying. No wonder fans suspect she's tempted to look back. But Cory's moves, whether with this mystery woman or simply in his energy, scream forward motion. He's not clinging to the past, and that contrast makes Tia's nostalgia sting even more. Then there's Tamera, playing the role of the boundary setter. If she is shading her sister, it's because she sees the danger of confusing loneliness with love, of mistaking nostalgia for second chances. Her comments about never running back to old situations might be the twin tough love that Tia doesn't want to hear but probably needs. So here we are, 3 storylines colliding. Tia, wrestling with loneliness and the temptation to glance back at her first love. Cory, moving in silence, reshaping his brand and possibly opening his heart to someone new. And Tamera, dropping her subtle gems, standing firm in her boundaries, and maybe making it clear that not all sisters are here for the messy ride. What do you think? Should Tia truly let go and move forward? Is Cory wrong for possibly moving on so soon after claiming he needed space? And is Tamera really shading her sister, or are fans just reading too much into it? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you invested in this story, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next chapter in this ongoing Hollywood saga.